Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. So today, I have the XRP chart open, and my oh my, these past few days have been exciting. So as you can see, there is turbulence on this chart. We had this drop, it bounced back up, it dropped again, now it's moving back up. I follow the news on what's happening in the crypto world. However, there's a lot of people out there that are a lot better at explaining it than I am. So I'm going to stick to my knitting and focus on the chart because that is something I can explain. And over the past few days, I've been digging around and trying to make sense of what is going on here. And I've actually stumbled across a fractal that I believe could help shed some light. So let's zoom out here. So by the way, this is on a 2-hour candle, if I didn't mention that before. So over here in June, if you take this fractal, this decline right here, this bounce here, and this whole section right here that took place in June, copy and paste it onto what is currently taking place today, would look something like this. So as you can see, the decline here, I like how it's been a fairly good portrayal of what has taken place on this decline. For instance, you have the peak here, and then it drops, goes sideways, drops again, just like it does in the real chart or today's chart. On the fractal, it pulls back up here, drops. In the chart, it does the same thing, pulls back up, drops, and then it does it again over here as well as on the fractal. So now we are at this point right here, and here it kind of has some deviation to it, but overall it does this bounce. On the fractal, it's not quite as smooth as it took place in today's chart, but it still goes from a low, goes up, and then comes to another low point right here. So if this fractal continues to follow, as you can see right now, it's pulling up, it's doing this little like move up right here, now it's moving up here, so it could go sideways, or if it has some deviation like it did over here, we may see some, it may not follow exactly what this fractal is doing, it could go higher and come down like that, I don't know. But the overall rough idea of this fractal is being played out. Here it's followed it kind of a closer match. Over here there has been some deviation, but for the most part it is following the basic idea. So we would see something like this come to a point here and then start moving up. Now that would mean, if it continues to follow this, that we have set the low for this decline. Let's take this fractal off and put the fractal from 2018, it's actually, I believe, 2019, that took place after the decline and where it moves into the first fractal of that sideways range-bound time that I have been talking about on my videos, my XRP videos as of late. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about for those who are new to this channel or those who need a quick little review. So the times that exist in between bear markets and bull runs is this flat range-bound sideways time. I divide this into 3 fractals. As you can see, it repeats. So here's a bear market, this sideways time before the next bull run. This repeats over and over again. It's part of the fundamental kind of mega structure that XRP has. As we zoom in over here, you see this as well. You see it play out here, right here. And this is the one that we are focusing on from 2000. Actually, it was part of the 2018 decline, but this fractal also takes place in 2019. So it is this one right here, and here is where it moves up into the next fractal, or right here is where it moves up into the next fractal. So there's 3 fractals in this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here is that fractal from the beginning of that range-bound sideways time. Sometimes this time frame can be short, other times it can take a really long time, like years. I believe the way things have shaped up that this might be something of a guidepost. We'll have to see. But my point is, that we might be soon, I don't know when, heading into something like this here. So as you can see, it moves back up, and then it has a series of like bounces right here. If you stretch that out a bit, you can see it a little easier. So you have these bounces, and then it goes kind of flat before it moves into its next fractal. And at that point, fractal 2, it moves back up. So if this is a potential guidepost, we should see something like this at some point play out soon. So if this one goes flat or does a bounce, maybe something similar to this, does a bounce and then bam, it moves up. Now that is speculation, but it is a historically grounded, rough idea of what we could potentially see in the near future. We'll have to see how things play out, but that is how I potentially see things going. And like I pointed out in my last video, the silver lining to this drop that we experienced is it actually saved us a lot of time if we are potentially following this fractal. It saved us around 40 some odd days. So here we are with no fractals on it. So that's a quick update as to how I see things playing out on the XRP chart. Now, it could be different. There could be some variation of the fractals that I showed you. That's all possible. However, I do believe if it continues to follow this rough idea that the bottom is in. Well, I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoy this type of analysis where I deep dive into the chart structure and examine different fractals, you should hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified when I put out new content. You should hit that bell button too. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot to me. And as usual, I am not a financial advisor. Important little note to remember. So none of this information here should be used as financial or investment advice. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.